Debbie rocking her star. She knows all the great fashion trending in town. When it comes to talent, that's not all. She's very wise and intelligent, knows what she wants, so subscribe.
See me? Okay. Hello. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. My voice is still a bit crooked. Like I promised, I couldn't, fulfill few of my promises of coming more than like from Sunday. I thought I'll be able to come out, although a lot of the news are not something I was interested in until maybe on Thursday or Friday that Priscilla announced her pregnancy, and I was like, yay, it's something I'm excited about. But the rest has been like all these curses and fighting between Lizzie and Johnny, bringing Iyabojo into all of her dramas and all that. And I'm not really into all that drama. Is a bit below me. Let me put it that way. I don't want to go too much into that. But however, today I'm going to start with something that concerns you, whether you are a Nigerian or you are African, especially if you are a Nigerian. But if you are even from any African country, or you live in Obodo Imbo, and you are one of the people that always import stuff from Nigeria, especially food. I've seen people import cow, whereby they kill it, they roast it for them. I've seen someone said, oh, the cows in Nigeria taste sweeter, and I can attest to that. It is true. But however, our food is being touched, our food is being changed from one crop after the other. The beans, the maize is being turned to sweet corn. So if you are looking forward to like hit that raw organic African taste, the days are numbered. However, I would like you to watch this 4 minutes clip. 4 minutes something is from I've heard about this, but I couldn't put it in a more better perspective than this investigative journalist, David Undeyi. David Undeyi is a Nigerian investigative journalist. He was hated by all parties. When people hate a journalist, both political parties or whatever political parties don't like one particular journalist, check their work. They are doing a great work, and they cannot relate because that kind of journalist is exposing what they are not supposed to expose. Because what we need to realize is that whether you have PDP or APC, both parties are controlled by an interest. The people that are interested in selling generator to Nigerians till eternity will never allow electricity to work. The people selling one thing or the other, making money out of the misery of a country, of one country, we never want that country to thrive, if you get what I'm saying. So this guy, go deeper into what is going on in Nigeria agriculture and what we should expect in future if a lot of people are not speaking up about this. Watch this video, listen carefully. You might think, oh, this is not my concern, but you ship goats from Nigeria. You want to eat that fresh goat. You want to eat that fresh food. You like that agbalumo. Very soon you won't have that raw, fresh agbalumo again. You'll be having a GMOs one that you are literally running away from. And this guy did not go deeper into the health issues that come with all these GMOs. I can tell you, I am even, one of the people struggling with it. The health problem that comes with all this GMO is not limited at all. They might lie to you that is the best thing after today's bread, but it was all a lie. Watch, then I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
Points for the food book is that as we look over the 20 or 50 year time frame, will the food system in aggregate be able to meet our needs?
The current vaccines are not infection blocking.
Have you ever wondered exactly how and when this guy became the world's top expert in everything? The guy who gets to tell you what to eat, what medical solutions to put in your body, what to drive, how many children to have, basically what kind of life to live. When exactly did turtleneck Microsoft guy turn into the world's foremost pharmacist, virologist, epidemiologist, agronomist, climatologist? Where was the meeting held where it was decided that this billionaire computer nerd should somehow become the unelected philosopher king of planet Earth? Well, to answer this question, there's something that recently happened in Nigeria that you should probably know about. So the Nigerian National Assembly just concluded its open week, where it presented its annual scorecard to the media and the general public. This is the event where it gets to showcase the bills it has passed and engage anyone who's interested in topics relating to legislation in Nigeria. Fairly standard stuff. Now, here's where it gets interesting. So the Open Week program included something called the National Summit on Agriculture, Nutrition, and Food Security, which is basically a stakeholder engagement session where a group of 9 people representing the interests of various agriculture stakeholders in Nigeria sat around the table and discussed how to change Nigeria's food and agriculture laws or write new ones in the interests of Nigerian citizens. Or at least that's what it was supposed to be. Because let's take a look at the 9 people who took part in this public discourse. First, there was a can named Isiche, who is a deputy director at the Gates Foundation. I guess you could say this is fair because Bill Gates has an extensive and well-documented financial interest in GMOs and agribusiness in Africa. So even if you don't want GMOs to be introduced to Nigeria, it would be fair to at least expect him to have a seat at the table where such things are being discussed. But then there was also Michael Ojo, who's the Nigeria country director of the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition, an NGO which is funded by the Gates Foundation. So that's 2 voices out of the 9 on the panel.
Can you imagine?
For Bill Gates. But it didn't stop there. Sunday Okoronkwo, executive secretary of the NGO called Scaling Up Nutrition in Nigeria, or SUNN, also sat on this panel. SUNN is funded by the Gates Foundation. So that's 3 seats out of 9. There was Nimat Hajiboy, UNICEF's head of nutrition. And guess who is one of UNICEF's biggest donors? That's right, the Gates Foundation. 4 out of 9. Also sitting on this panel was Bello Lawal, national president of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, ALGA. Now, Mr. Lawal is known to have a very close working relationship with the Boston-based NGO Management Sciences for Health, which it may not surprise you to find out is funded by the Gates Foundation. Also, Algon itself has collaborated with the Gates Foundation multiple times. So that's 5 voices out of 9 on the panel. Then there was Dr. Ahmed Abdul Wahab, who is a health advisor at the Nigerian Governors Forum. No way this guy is also a Gates Foundation baby. 6 out of 9. Finally, you have this lady, Uju Anwuka, a senior special assistant to the president on public health. So as a public official, surely there's no way she also lives inside Bill Gates.
Controls our agriculture.
Right? Except it turns out that she doubles as the focal person at an initiative called Nutrition 774 and 774, which is funded by, you guessed it, the Gates Foundation. So that's 7 out of the 9 people on this panel pretending to carry out important public discourse and stakeholder consultation, while really just representing a billionaire's private commercial interest. The remaining 2 members of the panel, who are the only 2 members with actual legislative power, would have gone away from this panel session thinking that they have held consultations with all relevant stakeholders. Meanwhile, all they have done is listen to the same message repeated multiple times through different voices in the artificial echo chamber created for them.
Can you imagine?
This American billionaire. This doesn't just happen in Nigeria. Wherever in the world you're watching this from, chances are this is exactly how important legislative and executive decisions are made in your country over your head, without your consent,
changing our
without your
food.
input. With his vast financial war chest and an army of influencers of every type on his payroll, Bill Gates is actively astroturfing the internal policy conversation of countries around the world, including your own. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how he has gone from being Microsoft guy to becoming the world's most important doctor, scientific researcher, climate specialist, and agricultural expert. And he's not stopping anytime soon. You should be worried. You should be very worried.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine?
I wasn't going to do this. Honestly, I've kept quiet for years, but I can't.
Can you imagine how our food is being controlled by one person? This is what is going on in Nigeria. This is what is literally going on in Nigeria. And I just want to add my voice to it, because if we're saying, no, it's none of my concern, after all this, after all that. In the meantime, all I can tell you is that if you live in Nigeria and you don't want to get used to this, right now you can still get like that raw organic mother nature crop. Get them, start farming, start doing your own farming. All these corners, the GMOs, so that the pest does not eat your food. That is what they tell people. Like, this is what they do. These people are evil to the extent that they will go to the extent of releasing locust, cankerworm into farms so that they can eat up the crops. Then you would think, oh, what about these GMOs? Because if you plant the GMOs, then they won't eat that. I just want to put you on notice. I just want to put you on notice that all these people enjoying I saw some people saying that, oh, they now sell this sweetest corn in Nigeria that it's not hard, it's very soft, it's very this, it's very that. Is a endocrine disruptor. Those sweet corns, they are endocrine disruptor. You can go and check. That I can attest to, and I can tell you that for a fact because he affected me. So please do your research on that and do a lot of research on GMOs and what this man called Bill Gates is doing. His religion is focused on, is called eugenics. That's his religion. As some people are like Christian, some people are Christian, some people are Muslim, some people are traditionalists, some people worship football. His own religion that he worship is eugenics. And what does eugenics does? Eugenics are fascinated and obsessed with population control, and that's his religion. This is what Bill Gates' religion is, and you can't tell someone not to practice their religion. So he will go to any extreme to practice his religion. So Africa, just be on notice. That's why I'm just trying to add my voice. But if you want to enjoy the things that goes on in Africa, not just Nigeria, Africa entirely, check the work of David Undeyin. He's an investigative journalist, and I've followed his work for a while. This is one of the videos that I don't really like to do, that like when you just really like to stay away from politics, from things, especially when you have family, you have things to lose. I understand that if we don't all fight, at the end of the day, we will still suffer same way our parents did not fight for anything, which is going to segue me into this topic as well of the president of France, David Macron, literally suing another investigative journalist in America, from France to America, suing her simply because she was talking about a book written by another French journalist who is in exile in Spain, simply because of the president and the president's wife. But this journalist called Candace Owens is not backing down. You might say, oh, it's none of my business. I'm like, yeah, it's true. It's none. But why I'm doing this video and talking about this is because of one auntie that I actually followed on YouTube. She made a video, and I was about to make this derogatory comment. Because I really like her very much. She gives advice like auntie. She is 56 years. Fumi Desalu. I really love her. I'm not going to lie to you, because she's one of these people that I look at on YouTube, and I always have hope, because I remember I used to watch a channel doing makeup and everything. And when she got her first break from this makeup company, I was literally so happy for her. And I wrote like a message under her, this thing, that she is one of the people that I look at that gives me hope, being close to 50 and seeing someone that is 56 doing their thing. I pray for a good health as well. She looks fabulous. She's a wonderful person, but she stays political correct. And I get where she's coming from. I don't want to play her video, but what had happened, I can give you a little background into the story, maybe under 10 minutes, finish that up. I don't really want to stay so long. I'm not feeling that fine. If you see, my eyes are a bit swollen. My voice is getting better. I'm not going to lie. It was worse than this. So this can, so what I'm talking about, she's a journalist. I'm going to show you a short clip posted by Linda Ikeji, because this thing, we've been on it for a while, becoming Brigitte. Brigitte is the wife of France president. And if you don't know, there is 25 years difference between them. Emmanuel Macron is like 25 years younger than Brigitte. And Brigitte actually met Emmanuel Macron when he was only 14 and Brigitte was 39 years old, teacher in a secondary school, and he fell in love with her. That was the story. But they keep changing it. They will say 16 today, they will say 17 tomorrow. But he was underage, to the extent that when he told his parents that he's in love with this teacher, and the parents were not comfortable with whatever it is going on between the teacher, who is now the wife of the France president, and Emmanuel Macron, then that they had to pull him out of the school and not let him go back to that school. But eventually they marry each other. I don't know what happened, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. They are husband and wife. But what this lady is accusing is entirely different. I mean, I'm talking about Candace Owens now. A lot of people doesn't know about her, but what happened with Candace Owens is that she is now claiming that there was this journalist that was going back in time with this Emmanuel Macron wife and realizing that she used to be a man, and the person they claim to be the brother, that he is the one. I don't know how far it is true, but it's because this auntie made a video about it. That's why I said, yeah, I'm not really going to go too much into it. If you want to know about the story, you need to go on YouTube. If you have data, watch Becoming Brigitte, and you will really understand. But this is what Candace Owens said when she realized that she has been sued by because she's asking for it, to be honest. This lady, when you watch all the video that she has done, she's been asking them questions, sending few stuffs to them to answer some question, but they were not answering her. And she believed that if she gets sued, if they sue her, she can actually go to Discovery, and through Discovery, she will be able to, get few documents. She'll be able to really know, like show the whole world that this woman presenting as a woman is a man. And a lot of people were saying that, what's your business? Yeah, I was thinking, what's your business? At the end of the day, as far as French people agree to that, but she was saying that a lot of journalists that are trying to expose them, some have been found to just out of the blue commit the biggest, and some are dragged to court. But about 2 weeks ago, the two journalists dragged to court on this. They were said to have lost the defamation lawsuit, but after appealing, the appeal court now said that yes, they won the defamation suit in the appeal court. So maybe the Macron will still take it to Supreme Court. I don't know. But because they won, Candace Owens have this belief, because this Candace Owens has been going down the trail. I think it got to a point, even me, I really like her. I started watching her maybe since 2020 when she started talking about COVID. She's one of the people that put me onto this COVID conspiracy that are becoming true today. So try to understand where it's coming from. Then she works hard. She was, bringing out data and everything. And that is when I started looking into things deeply as well. And I come off this COVID fatigue that I was in as well. And I started looking things differently. So she was one of the one that made me started looking at this elite somehow, like these people are so evil. They don't care about human life. All they care about is themselves, the power they want, how they really want to control things. But at this point in time, I will say that hatred of some group is kind of filling in for Candace Owens. It might not be true, but that is how I feel, that she hates one country so much to the extent that her hatred is fueling a lot of stuff, but at the same time, these things are true. So if you watch in my head auntie Fumi Desalu, on her blog, she addressed Candice. When I was first watching, I was so angry with her. Like, what are you talking about? What is this auntie talking about? So you're saying that she should not say the truth. You're not even talking about a teacher. It's not even just about someone older marrying someone younger. No, this Emmanuel Macron's wife is in a position of authority. Like, put yourself in that position as a mother. If your child, your son, is coming home and fantasizing, loving a teacher, started a relationship with a teacher at 14 and the teacher is 39 or 40, what does that feel like to you? How does that even sound to you? So I think that is part of the things that are fueling Candace Owens. And more so, This Becoming Bridget is a book by a journalist called Xavier Poussard. This journalist is from France, but because of everything that is going on, he has to be in exile because of the Macrons. So when people are going through things like this, when you call a man's tongue, it doesn't show that they are liars. It just shows that you have something that you are trying to hide. I don't know how to, if you understand what I'm saying. Cut someone's tongue doesn't mean that this person you cut their tongue is a liar. It shows that things they are saying are true and you don't want to hear it. So that is the situation with this journalist called Xavier Poussard. So he wrote that book, and this book is what Candace Owens based her whole investigation on. She did some footwork as well, but before she started the series, she sent letters, she sent emails to the Macrons. She asked them some few questions, but they didn't answer. But now when they are suing her, they claim that they've answered the question. And the shady thing that I noticed in this lawsuit is that Candace Owens claims that she didn't even know about the lawsuit. She discovered the lawsuit when all of us discovered that she's been sued. He was given to the press. And I know, if you understand how press work lately, what they do is that you sue someone, you don't let the person get the letter first. You first make the mind of the population up, because when they read the lawsuit, a lot of people are saying, oh, Candace is cooked, she's cooked, she's this, she's that. But when you watch the series or you even listen a little bit, aside from this arrogance that Candace has, take the arrogance away, you will realize that no, because in the process of this, Emmanuel Macron, who is a president of a country in France, asked Trump to tell Candace Owens to stop speaking about the Brigitte, his wife situation. Like, it got to you to that extent. And Trump was asking Candace this favor in February to stop speaking about Emmanuel Macron, because it's something that could affect countries. That was what Candace told us, allegedly. Trump told her that he's trying to get Emmanuel Macron to come to the table about Ukraine and Russia war so that they can sort it out. But Macron said, no, tell Candace Owens to back off my wife. Stop telling people that she's a man. Then we can sit and talk about the Ukrainian and Russia war, how we can bring peace. That makes me even look at it like, really? This Candace Owens is that important? These are all the things that Sister Fumi did not put in her video, and I quite understand that. But when Candace Owens got the lawsuit, instead of Candace Owens to shiver, shake, scared, this is how she doubled down on it. She doubled down. She's not even
die a man. That's the point I'm making. So give us a sample. I'll send my doctor.
So see, French President Emmanuel Macron sues Candace Owens over her claim that his wife Bridget could be a man.
To take your blood, figure it out real quick, however you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be fine. For whatever reason, to phone, by the way, like I said, we'll get to the bottom of it, right? That is what discovery is for. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. You're probably hoping, this will go away, and at least we'll say we sued her. We'll say we went after her.
I really want you
she'll probably file for this to get dismissed. I'd like to make it to discovery. I think that we owe that to the world. Anyways, you guys, we are revolting against this. We're revolting against the perverts that run the world. And I want to be very clear here. I count you among them. I think you're sick. I think you're disgusting.
All right. I'm coming. I need to start this from the beginning. Sorry about that. So that is Candace Owens. She's a young, pretty lady. She's investigative journalist. She knows how to tell a story. She's strong. She's intelligent.
Born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making. So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood. Figure it out real quick, however you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be fine. For whatever reason, to phone, by the way, like I said, we'll get to the bottom of it, right? That is what discovery is for. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. You're probably hoping, this will go away, and at least we'll say we sued her. We'll say we went after her. She'll probably file for this to get dismissed. I'd like to make it to discovery. I think that we owe that to the world. Anyways, you guys, we are revolting against this. We're revolting against the perverts that run the world. And I want to be very clear here. I count you among them. I think you're sick. I think you're disgusting. And I am fully prepared to take on this battle on behalf of the entire world. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. On behalf of the entire world, you were born a man and you will die a man.
I can't really get this out of my head. You were born a man and you will die a man. Candace Owens is so funny. I think the Macrons are making a mistake. Do you know why I said that? This lady, when she did a series on Kamala Harris, oh my God. If you were planning to vote for Kamala Harris that time, you will not vote for her again. She did a family tree from generations, just to claim for people that Kamala Harris is not a black woman. She is Indian descent, and she has said it herself. For them to have gone to this extent and filing the lawsuit in a state that everybody believes that is a corrupt state, they have corrupt judges, they have this, they have that. The only thing she could have is a jury, like jury of her peer. And another thing is that in this situation, I'm not going to lie, when I listen to, let me see if I can find that sister I was talking about, made a video about this and was giving advice to Candace Owens. I couldn't understand what she was saying towards the end, but I will sum it up if I can't quickly find a video or couldn't find the towards the end where she was advising both the Macrons and Candace Owens. Like I tell you, this auntie, she is political correct. She's always political correct. I like that. Me, I'm not very political correct. That's why I don't do anything when it comes to politics. I'm not very political correct. I will say my mind. So that's why I believe that it's better for me to not say anything. Okay. Let me see if I can get the advice. Okay. Let's see if you can get, because I really want you to see this auntie at 56. She is fabulous. She is fabulous. I pray for this grace. Grace like this. Ketenshaw. Ketenshaw. For me, they salute. These people are vampires. These people are real vampires. Okay.
Candace Owens retorted, I'm hoping that we make it to discovery. I'll see you in court. This is not somebody who's backing down.
This
is somebody who's going to tear you apart. So if I were you, I would get it all the way together, start to lift weights.
If this auntie can make it on these YouTube streets, I can.
In your 70s, yes, get it together, because she has declared war. I went to Candace's YouTube page, and true to form, her top 6 live episodes
It's
not the Justin Baldoni case.
It
is actually Brigitte Macron. Those are her top lives. We will see in 6 months how it all plays out. But I wanted to come back out here and stand 10 toes deep. I still don't believe it. I don't believe it. And Candace, if you have evidence, all the pictures and all of that, then you know what? That gives us reason for pause. Okay? That's all I got to say on the matter.
Okay, so this auntie, I think I passed that place where she was talking, like advising Candace, like she think she bites more than she can chew, but towards the end when she finished, I couldn't even make comment on her video anymore, because I thought to myself, yeah, she's coming from a place of auntie, because Candace Owens is 30 years old. Even me, I'm older than her for like almost 20 years. But she is so wise. She's very intelligent. And this auntie literally was saying what our parents, what they did that made Nigeria went into what it was today. And I'm going to tell you what it is in just one proverb. Mọ̀jà mọ̀sá là mákínkanjú. Akínkanjú tó bá mọ̀jà tí ò bá sá irú wọn bógun lọ ni. Meaning, when you believe that you are losing the battle, for you to win the war, you need to retreat. That's the proverb. And that is what this auntie is literally saying to Candace Owens. These people are leading a whole country. They have resources at the fingertip. And what does the elite do? They bankrupt you. How? Because you're going to need a lawyer. I know if Candace come out today and say that I need money like lawyer, retainers fee, this fee, people are going to donate. Don't be surprised. She can get donation up to like $500,000 in 1 week. I'm telling you. She might not even use penny out of her money to fight this case, because why? Like she said, that is top 6 of her videos. One of the video from the day the lawsuit, I was just looking at it now when she was talking about it, that's the highest video. I was just checking. because I went to actually check Candace Owens' video when she got the lawsuit, and I was trying to see if the video was still up or they
See in
pulled the
6 months.
video. Then I realized that the videos are still up, and the one that is on 3.4 million then is now at 4.5 million. So which means after the lawsuit, over millions of people have watched the Becoming Bridget. Even when it was posted on Linda Ikeji, and someone is saying that was that, I told someone, go and watch the Becoming Bridget. You will be convinced. But I understand where Auntie Fumi is coming from. Like, Candice, this is bigger than you. There are some, you know, you win some, you lose some. So that's why I sum it up into this Yoruba proverb that Moja Mosala Makikoju, Akikoju to ba moja tí ò bá mọ̀ sá, irú wọn bógun lọ ni. You know, you lose so many battles, but make sure you win the war. How do you win the war? You retreat, you re-strategize, then you come. That's the only way you can win the war. So I get where she's coming from, but at the same time, Candice is fearless. But what about her family? Anyway, moving on. Priscilla JP 2025 has sowed the seed, you know, germinating, and Glamama loading, and people are beefing. I'm so happy for Iyabo Ojo. I'm glad because tí ayé bá ti rò pé o lè ṣohun re, you know, and you were able to ṣohun re. Sorry, before I move on, I'm going to talk about all the videos towards the end. But if you don't know about Candace Owens, you can, you know, watch that Becoming Bridget, you know, and you can tell me. But the main focus is the first video I played about our food in Nigeria. That is close to my heart, dear to my heart, because whenever I go to Nigeria, I will eat everything I want, and not even a single half a kilo self I don't add. But if we start adding this GMO, I beg you. So anyway, moving on, Priscilia Ojo announced her pregnancy by releasing some videos, some photos, and the whole internet went agog after she released the video. In fact, within 40 minutes of releasing the pictures, this picture got about 30,000, maybe 40,000 comments. I was like, what? Kilode? Even Pokoli said that Juma has told Mr. Money. He no waste time at all. I'm so happy for them. I'm really, really happy for them, especially Iyabo Ojo, because a lot of people doesn't even want the marriage. I don't know. Some people just get it for no reason, but I like that Iyabo Ojo focuses on the positive side of things, because if you look at it, the people that hate her are not as much as the people that likes her, and I hope she can continue to ride on the wave of the people that really loves her. A lot of people love her more than people that hates her, and if she can, you know, focus on that, believe in people that really loves you, is better than focusing on people that don't care about you, whether you live or you die. People that just hate you. See, people do hate people for no reason. It's very, very possible. A lot of people think it's not possible. It is possible. And since she called herself the sexiest grandma loading, the sexiest grandma. So when they released this picture, the whole internet went agog. Within 40 minutes of posting, you see some Nollywood people saying, Akwe Uomo, and everybody was like, what is going on? What is going on? I was thinking, they won't post this picture if she hasn't given birth. But when I see that the sexiest grandma loading on Iyabo Ojo, I thought to myself, okay, she has not given birth, but she's close. She's really close. I can tell you, any day from now, they will announce that Priscilla give birth. Some people who are speculating, I'm not part of the people that like to speculate about people's life. I will only base my videos on the information I have at hand. I don't like speculations, and I don't like to take some people's opinion simply because the opinions are not mine or they are not in line with mine. But I would like to hear some other opinions about things. So when these pictures, these gorgeous pictures were uploaded, a lot of people started mentioning you know who. I don't want to mention name. Then the following day, she posted this. She posted this and said, she a special thank you to God for continuous blessing. To my husband, you are one of a kind. I wanted a special song for our baby in Mkambala, and in less than a week, you delivered. Thank you, Obi. I love you. Ajuma Jokes. And finally, to everyone who celebrated us yesterday with your prayers, post messages, and calls, we say thank you. And that is it. And a lot of people were saying that God designed. You know, the husband sang about this is God design, forever you be mine. And Priscilla already said it that she believed that God aligned it. And you can see the alignment of God in everything that is happening to this young lady. Me, myself, as a mom of 3 young, beautiful girls, I pray their paths are as easy as this, their ways, is as beautiful as this. So I will always wish people around me well. I know you, I don't know you. I wish them well because I wish great things for my own children as well. And she looks really gorgeous. In fact, someone said Priscilla needs to be getting pregnant every year, which I concur, because she puts pregnancy to shame. People are not this gorgeous in pregnancy. Priscilla look very gorgeous in pregnancy. I don't want to play the song, but the song sounds really sweet. Juma Jux is just a good singer, to be honest. He is a good artist. And he's a good artist. He is a good artist. I'm not going to lie, because every of his songs it's really different. The songs are really good. And Priscilla is enjoying the era of pregnancy, and I'm so happy for her. And the moment Priscilla announced her pregnancy, VDM decided to rain on their parade as usual. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I'm just going to say that Iyabo just shouldn't have put out a statement to glorify this guy. I've praised him, I've condemned him, whenever he's doing something good, I'll praise him. But the fact that this VDM, the way he likes to kind of analyze things and let his follower just run with it, and these miscreants calling themselves rattlesnake rattle, crying all over everywhere that someone said something about this guy as if he's beyond reprimandation, like you can't really see anything negative that he's doing. They just come like a locust and try to start eating people up like they are crops. I don't get it, to be honest. They believe that they are the one that reason. They will tell you, oh, it's because you don't think, you're not a critical thinker, that's why you're not thinking. I listened to one of his analysis and I was about to I lost few brain cell with the way this guy twisted everything that was on the group chat that they created. And I started losing brain cell. And I'm so glad that when Instablog posted this, I can see a lot of Nigerians caught up to that as well. Like, do you have to suck air out of every good news that comes to people? If you guys remember when Davido got married, Priscilla wedding, got so better exposure, better, it trended for weeks compared to Davido and Chioma's wedding. And do you know why? Because of VDM. Because this guy literally sucked the hair away. When Mohbad Pai, he literally sucked the hair away. Divert the attention. Now you are complaining they open a group for you. You have this text message, the recording of the WhatsApp of the group for maybe 1 week or two now. You did not say anything about it. But the moment Priscilla announced her pregnancy and she started trending, that is when you started releasing your crap. No, that's foul. And you're saying, I don't care about money. You do, because you're making money out of all these things. You do care. Stop saying you don't care. You do. Everything you do, you are very calculative. You are very manipulative. I've never said this. I know a lot of people have said it. I know you're working a PR for Naira Marley, but I never know you can, go to this extreme, to the extent of now accusing that Naira Marley forcefully have his way with Priscilla, and the mom is claiming she's a virgin. Do you have proof to that? Because you are going above and beyond for what? At what end? What's the end game? Because what this guy does is that when he now see that he's becoming shame, he's segueing into something else and just leave his Rottweiler to be doing the rest. This is madness. This is crazy. He just put them in formation psychosis and they go on this psychotic rant on everybody. Priscilla Ojo, you will deliver safely. Iyabo Ojo, I know my channel is so small, but if anybody that knows her come across this, Iyabo Ojo should not dignify VDM by putting out anything else aside from the statement. Because you claim that you have all their group chat, yet you are asking them to screen record and post. Make it make sense. Like, I should screen record my group and post. Who are you to demand this? See, a lot of people are not understanding it. This same guy was telling this same guy, yeah, he's dodgy philanthropy. He is dodgy. This same guy, because if you want to do activism, do it. I'm going to play a video of one guy before I end this video, and I will like to hear your opinion. I know a lot of you likes him. I know a lot of you really follow his work, but there are some shady things that this guy is doing that I will never be in support of. People that subscribed to me years ago that are still subscribed to my channel, they know I will try as much as possible, especially if I know what is going on, to not be biased in whatever it is I'm doing. I might be wrong, but this is what I noticed. When Mohbad case was going on, he came and demanded a DNA for someone that you don't have any relations to. The husband of this lady before Ikpai, he never doubted his child for a day. Even the grandpa never said this until VDM come out with it and the justice was distorted. Then you came out when Davido had his wedding. You literally sucked the air from the trend that Davido and Chioma are supposed to have, and it became a fracas between you and Iyabo Ojo, and you both suck air out of their trend of their wedding that happened. Now Priscilla's wedding, because you have already said the guy will not marry this lady. You were ashamed. You couldn't even make a video and say that, okay, I'm really sorry. I never knew they would get married. I didn't know they are serious. You just moved on. This is what he does. He just moved on. Then there was this guy, I forgot his name, a DJ that used to work with Naira Marley. He threatened that guy, and he keeps telling the guy to bring the evidence that he threatened him. Bring the day the guy released the evidence, he was bragging that this guy will be arrested. I believe till today, I believe the guy is still in police station somewhere, arrested by VDM, allegedly. Someone alleged. I'm not so sure about that. But the day this guy released the audio is the day VDM moved on from this guy. And his fans are not asking, where is this DJ guy today? Whether he's shading VDM or even VDM threatened him, where is this guy today? If truly he was arrested by VDM, is that not hypocritical? Tell me. Because his followers acted as if they are the most educated, because this guy will just talk. See, I think this guy suffered from attention deficiency when he was young. Maybe he's a middle child and he didn't get enough attention. So now he needs a lot of attention. And he likes to garner that attention towards himself. Whenever a celebrity, if you call yourself, have you seen Showore dragging the trending space or attention space with any celebrity? No. That is people that fight for activism. That is people that does activism. You call yourself an activist, yet you target celebrity. You are trying to make friends with them. You are trying to get in their lives. Even as a blogger, you are not supposed to be friends with celebrity. You can like them from distance. You can, they can be cordial to you. But if it's going to make you biased, there's no point. If you cannot be that blogger that you will say it as it is, whether you have relations with this celebrity or not. But this is the person they've called out several times of not calling out that video. You say you are fighting for the voiceless. A lot of people lost their money with the betting company that video promoted. But you didn't say anything about that. Yet, Priscilla now announced a pregnancy. Everybody is so joyful. Everywhere buzzed. Everyone is, saying congratulations to Yaboyo. That is when you decided to release something you've had with you for like a week, 2 weeks, or even more. That is when you decided to release that, to divert the attention to yourself again. I get it. You master the social media sphere and you are using it to your advantage, but say that. Stop bragging. Stop saying that, me, I'm this, I'm that. You could be anything, but people that can actually literally think, not you telling them how to think, saying that, yeah, you gotta learn. The real people that think, they will be, they are catching up to your devices. You don't need to keep sucking hair out of everything. Hey, yagulona ejekanri me yagulona ejekanri me irawo ò tí tàn tó ni. Tírawo ẹ bá tàn, ò ní láti máa sọ fẹ́yàn kankan kó yagulona for them to see you. You do good things, people will praise you. You mess up, people will mess you up. This Naira Marley you are fighting for today used to be Ogo Awoma. What do they call themselves? I've never liked him. No, I didn't hate him, but I've never liked his music. Not him personally. Let me put it that way. I never have anything against Naira Marley, but I just don't like every of the song that he sings because it's very derogatory to women. Even though they are the major fans he has, but I never liked any of his song. Even I try as much as possible when I go to parties and they play his song, I try not to dance. Because what is so soapy, like all his songs are so, I don't even want to. It's all of them, to be honest. The only person that sing a song that you can comfortably play and you listen to as a family and enjoy is Simi. That's the only person that really, you know, play that kind of music that you enjoy. But VDM trying to come out as a saint, whereby pointing finger to other people. What about D1 that your crony has attacked? Do you have WhatsApp group? Is WhatsApp group created on your behalf that you are aware of as well? Deny it. All the celebrities have WhatsApp group that people created on their behalf and they know about it. So if there is any WhatsApp group whereby they come into agreement to report that D1, even though I always say D1 feels like, it's, to me, it feels like, pardon me, D1 is obsessed with VDM as well. But at the same time, why are you acting so obsessive with Yabo Ojo? Is it because of this Naira Marley that you need to finish their job? Because I believe you are a PR agent for them. You are like trying to clean up their image. But you need to come clean and come correct. It doesn't make any sense to me anymore. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to play this video, then I will end this live video. I've been going on and on for, I didn't even plan to go off on VDM like that, but I just don't like when people do shady things like this and, you know, throw a stone and hide your hand. That's the way I used to describe Tonto Dike that time. Some people just like to throw stone and hide their hand. That is what this guy does, and he gets really angry. That's another thing I noticed about him. When he is find out that he's doing something under shade, you know, he's doing shady things, he started getting really, really angry, and you will see like he's so angry because he hates the fact that people are, you know, people are finding him out. I don't know. He gets very, very angry. And this guy said it better. He said it better about all these things he's been doing. Even under his comment, I thought a lot of VDM fans are going to come for this guy. But unfortunately, maybe they cannot understand what this guy is even talking about, or they can't really cope with
manipulative idiots. That group was created for just one purpose, and that group was created for them to be able to help Mohbad's family and as well get justice for Mohbad. And then notice that you are nothing but a manipulative and a deceptive liar that wants to change narrative and redirect the attention of the whole situation. That group was created for good cause, not like you that came to Lagos to eat jollof rice and you started saying rubbish. There is nothing you want to say to us. There is not what your so-called poor rodents can believe any of your manipulation game. But there is nothing you want to say to someone like me that is going to even move me. That group was created for nothing but a good purpose. You are the one doing all this damage control for Naira Marley and Sam Larry because you have one or two things to gain from the whole situation. And the reality about it is this: Naira Marley didn't kill Mohbad. We all know that.
He didn't, but the bullying.
Sam Larry bullied Mohbad. We have evidence and we have video to prove that.
Yeah.
Stop trying to sell these guys to us like they are not menace to the society. There is nothing you want to say about Dre. If no be David, if no be your sack, all way head no correct. Normally, you go fit talk for where Dre they talk. Dre we buy Benz, we abandon them, we drop them, you know, collect plate number. We be saying friends, they drive them up and down. You go fit talk for where Dre they talk. Normal level. If no be your sack, all way be say, you go one day pretend make them keep saying I ain't the good guy everywhere, and there they do chop up and down. If you all remember when this thing happened, everywhere was hot. Morgan came out. Everyone in DMW, they all came out. That was when this group was created. That group was created for good purpose. Go back to when Morgan was talking about how crazy them Naira, them Samuel, of them are, the kind of rubbish they are always doing, and how it has to stop. How Morgan was saying, first of all, what gave Sam Larry the audacity to walk into someone's set to disrupt that set? Are you an artist? Are you a director? You know, one guy was pissed. One guy was vocal about this whole situation. If you all can still remember then, everyone in DMW were boiling that no, it shouldn't be Mohbad. Because they know in one way or the other, this kid has been going through one of the two things from these people, but it is not in their position to get involved because Mo was not their record label mates, neither was he signed to any of those guys. That was when this group was created. Stop making it sound as if they are interested in you or this thing. This whole conversation popped up because you kept going here, you kept going there, distracting people and painting bad narrative and negative narratives. That was why your name was involved. If I was in their situation as well, I'll use my power, my personality.
That is
and
the reason they involved
invited by
him
the police for painting bad narrative.
He started claiming that the WhatsApp group was created because of himself. That's how important this VDM belief is.
A negative narrative. And I was just saying things that the Nigerian police never said. The only thing you're good at in your life is to go around and spread wrong narratives. That's why nobody wants to have anything to do with you. You talk to them yourself, and the next thing you're bringing out screenshots, trying to make irrelevant points, trying to make yourself relevant in the society by manipulating and jamming the heads of people together. And the next thing, your so-called poor, no education, having low-life bastard followers become. He's trying to make the country better. He wants to meet with the president. Meet with the president, Woggy, you there. You these miscreants. No job having useless idiots. You can't account for 67 million. You can't account for 20 million. You can't give proper accountability of why the EFCC picked you up. But you are quick to put your nose into people's business to try to bring them down. You have just one job to do in your life, and that job is to go around and manipulate and perpetrate all sorts of lies, and as well dish out informations that the police didn't dish out to be coming out. The police PRO, you'll be sounding as if you are in charge of the police and the police must listen to you. Shebi, you came here, you came to tell us that Mr. Egbedokun is your father. He said you can come. Do you think that now gives you the right to go up and down? Is this how they do activism? Can't you see Showore? Have you seen what Showore has been doing lately? If you are so interested in cleaning the country, why is it so hard for you to team up with Sheung that said you should come and join this party so that you guys can do something together? Have you been seeing the way Showore has been diplomatic with the way he has been moving without manipulating or spreading lies about people? I am not surprised. I've told people, when a man decides to say, I will touch another man's penis and suck it or do whatsoever to it so that the person can ejaculate and I can make money, you think such person has integrity to talk about other people's business? I will rob a bank before I touch another man's dick. To these shameless twats. All right? And before you talk, all those bastards that follows you up and down, anytime I look at them, it's either they are using one Itel Android phone, all those miscreants. They will now come and now be saying VDM is doing that. What are you doing except lying, manipulating people? Normal. You go fit talk for where they talk when you know they mad. But David don't sell in people cheap for cheap attention. How is it helping? How is you being a loyalist? Because David is the loyalist to VDM, not the other way around. How has it helped you to win awards? How has it helped you to have a sold out show? How? You kept, he likes making everything look as if it's about him. I am the guy. I am the this, that.
That's what I noticed as well.
You are not going to sell these people back to us. No one is going to accept. If Naira Marley have anything to say, Naira, go to media house, do proper interview. As for you, Zinoliski as well, you need to tender an apology. You need to explain yourself to make people understand that because you and Naira, you and Mohbad are in the same record label doesn't make you brothers. He is a colleague. He was a colleague when he was alive. Because most people don't understand this part of the entertainment industry and the business part of it. You need to let people know that you respect Mohbad when he was alive, you respect after he's no more. If you have made any mistake, if you and Naira Marley's approach was wrong on how you treat everything, you are sorry. And Naira Marley should also do same thing. This guy is only making things worse for Naira Marley. For every time he comes out to talk, you can sense manipulation from far. You this product of unwanted pregnancy. You this nothing but a terrible lying, low self-esteem having idiots. Fashion sense, zero. Swag, zero. And before we talk, where you don't reach, where VDM don't reach, you never reach here. I don't want reach there. I don't want reach anywhere by sucking people prick up and down or touching man's penis up and down. I want to be where I am going to be, so that in the nearest future, when I talk about my success, it's not going to be attached to I was giving blowjob, I was saying my dick is hard, come and fuck me now. Shameless swats, jobless idiots, making money with content, monetizing it, coming up with all sort of distraction. Come with your so-called fucking lawyer. We are fucking ready for you. This guy is just too manipulative. I pity person will go marry you for house, because you know if you marry person for house, they go marry you keep for house. Now why they say you have to sell your dick and do all those things? You made it a business, and a person like you go work on the talk about integrity. Get a life. If you can't get some other one from Temu, only say no good life, because everything from Temu is cheap and fake.
Oh my God,
this product.
That line, get a life. If you don't have one, order it from Temu. I think I get one. Nigeria is too savage. Anyway, my people, this is where I'm ending the video. I want to hear your opinion about this entire thing. I want to hear your opinion about our food having GMOs. And if you don't know about this GMO thing, it's genetically modified organism being put into food. You know, if you see those mangoes that are like so huge, if you see those fruits that were not supposed to be very sweet, some fruits are meant to be sour and sweet, like agbalumo. If you see agbalumo that is becoming like overly sweet than the normal sweet agbalumo, you know, we have sweet and sour, but when the GMO eats, it can become extremely sweet, and the agbalumo can become times 20. So let me hear your opinion about that. Just do your research into these GMOs and what they do to health at the same time, because in Africa we have these raw organic healing foods that are healing properties to our body, but one after the other is being destroyed by people placed at the M of control of our agriculture, being directed or used by an eugenics who is obsessed with population. I want to hear what you guys think about that. Also, what do you think about the lady Candace Owens? I talked about her story a little bit, but if you want to know more about her name is Candace Owens. Just put it on YouTube and you will see that becoming Bridget. It might not be of a concern to you, but when this kind of people are controlling you, if you guys watch Olympic that they did last year, they literally use the 12 disciples of Jesus eating the the Last Supper, and in this production they made all of them like a trance. They literally make them like trans people. You just Google Olympics of just last year that was done in France. Everything just have that signature all over it. Is it coming from that? Is it because of that? I don't know. And how comfortable are you with a teacher, your son, 14-year-old son, saying they fall in love with their teacher who is 39 years old, and after some years they marry each other? I just want to know what you guys think, and what do you think about my opinion? You might have different opinion. I'm not against a different opinion about people, about the way you think about things. That's your opinion, and I respect that. But I want to hear what you think about VDM. My opinion is that he likes to suck out air, and that last video I play for you is just to tell you that I'm not the only one thinking that. Many intelligent people are thinking in that way as well. You can attack Iyabo Ojo, you have the right to do that, but don't do it when they have good news, when they talking Sheleti Magbore. Why is he acting like Eleti Magbore? That's my own, that's where my opinion comes from. But this uncle na savage, he get a life. If you don't have one, buy from Temu, but I don't know if it will last. Anyway, you guys have a great week and keep me in your prayer, and please thumbs this video up, share it with your loved ones, Don't forget, like I tell you, thumbs the video up. It helps me. It helps YouTube to promote it, because a lot of my subscribers doesn't even know that I do video constantly now every Sunday, even though I'm hoping to come back in full if my voice became more better, clearer, and my health, is on the I might start coming more days in a week. However, this is what I can do, that I me legbe. And I will see you guys later. I will see you next week by the grace of God. Peace out. I remain Debbie Fashstar. Bye. Have a great week.
So subscribe and get that gist with the one and